Welcome back to the course on counseling skills for law professionals. By now, you all are familiar with the concept of active listening. By going through a sample interview of a client by advocates, and also the tips which we looked into on active listening, by now you are familiar with the concept of active listening. We will refresh this concept today from the perspective of a lawyer's office and his client as to how this works. If you look at the listenings and types of listening, you will find that there are two frame of reference when listening and speaking exercise happens. One is a frame in which the lawyer sits, and another is a frame wherein the client sits. If you look at from the lawyer's frame of reference, you will find there are different types of listening which happens. Many a times there would be ignoring. There would be pretended listening, wherein you are trying to pretend to listen, but actually you are not listening. There will be selective listening, when you actually pick up few set of facts which interests you and you leave the rest. And there is attentive listening, wherein you do actually a proper listening. If you look at from the client's perspective, listening has to happen empathetically. So empathetic listening is very important because here the client feels that he is being listened. And it is very important because, as George Bernard Shaw says, the single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. This illusion has to be broken. And this can be done by looking at different elements and focus on them while this listening activity happens. So, if you look at the five key elements of active listening is very important, and there are five major areas on which one should focus, particularly during a client interview. The first one is to pay attention. Paying attention in a client interview is very, very important because this convey a lot of messages to the client that you are understanding the problem, that you understand or you feel what exactly the client is feeling, and you are interested in the client problem, and also that you are not judging the client. So these are the very, very important messages which needs to be conveyed while you are listening the client. In paying attention, you need to recognize that what is said is not only the thing which the lawyer has to look at. He or she has to look at even the things which has not been spoken of. And that is what is the skill of a effective counselor, that he observes verbal as well as non-verbal cues given by the clients and probes the clients for more information and gets that particular information for the client, which ultimately helps the client. There are several reasons due to which the client is not forthcoming. He doesn't want to speak about a particular incident in that detail. But it is the duty of the lawyer to bring that particular element so that he can help the client. So, how do you do that? Paying attention is very important. You need to look at the speaker directly, have eye contact. You need to put aside distracting thoughts. Don't mentally prepare a rebuttal. So we have this particular habit, to always respond. So if a client is speaking, you would interrupt in between and then start saying something. Don't do that. Avoid being distracted by the environmental factors. Generally, when a client interview happens, there should be some calmness around. Your environment should be such that you are not disturbed. You are in a place where There is no loud voice around. You are not distracted by your WhatsApp or mobile. You are not fidgeting with something when you are uh, listening to a client. You need to also, listen to the speaker's body language. Pay attention to the tone of the voice, intensity, loudness, facial expression, and physical posture. These are very important. So, for an advocate in a client interview, look for these important things. We will also speak about it in detail when we talk about non-verbal communication. We'll have a session on that. Second important point is show that you are listening. It is very important, that the client feels that you are listening. And how do you do that? You do that by way of your own body language and gestures, which conveys that you are attentive. Show interest, lean forward, and give non-verbal affirmations like nod occasionally, smile and use facial expression, note your posture and make sure it is open and inviting. We will again talk about this non-verbal communication in a session wherein we will tell you in detail as to how to do that. Encourage the speaker to continue with small verbal comments like yes, uh-huh, like that. And this we have been doing, but it requires a bit of a practice when you are interviewing a client. Slowly, this will go into the automatic mode, and you will be in a situation to exhibit these uh, without any conscious thought. Providing feedback is a very, very important element in active listening. And how do you provide feedback? It is very important, you know, to understand that there are our own personal filters. So when you are listening a client, you make assumptions, you make judgments, you have your own beliefs, and these things actually distort what you hear. So as a listener, it is very important and it is your role to understand what is being said. And this would require you to exercise some tools to convey to the client. This would be reflecting. You reflect upon a statement, paraphrasing, summarizing. So these tools we are going to study separately. So providing feedback is a very important element, and in fact, I would say it is core of a counseling exercise. Then defer judgment. As I said before, interrupting is a waste of time. It basically frustrates the speaker and limits his full understanding of the message. So be open to new ideas, new perspectives, and new possibilities. So let the other side speak, don't interrupt, and don't jump to the conclusion immediately. Many a times it will happen that the client has half spoken and you are just processing that particular information in your mind and you have already crafted a solution for the client. So don't do that. Allow the speaker to finish. Don't interrupt with counter arguments. Acknowledge the difference, that is culture, personal background, current circumstances, because you will receive a different kinds of clients. Be patient. Don't speed the conversation along. So you need to earmark a time, and during that particular period, you need to do it. Indicate your open mind with statements like, my goal is here to understand, not to judge or make decision. So this will give comfort to the client, and you will not be differing or you will not be judgmental at this stage. Responding appropriately is another important element wherein you need to actively listen and respect the understanding of the client. So you are gaining information and perspective, so you don't add anything to the speaker what he has said. It is called putting words in the mouth of the client. Be an active listener, and it doesn't mean that you will be sponge and absorb everything what is coming from the client, sometimes you need to reflect also. You have to put your ideas, feelings, and suggestions and your views for collaborating on solutions and the way forward for the client. So it is about having a mix of these in responding. So responding appropriately is a very important skill which needs to be developed by a lawyer, and that is part of active listening. Now, if you see the benefits of active listening, there are plenty of benefits, and if we have to summarize some, parties feel heard, parties trust the advocate, the process. Advocate obtains clear understanding of the conflict or the issue, which helps him in helping the client further. And he obtains key information, not only what is said, but also what is not said. And this is a very important element which you should keep in mind, that you have to look for information, what is said, and also what is not said by way of non-verbal communication. I would request you to reflect upon these elements. We will have another session on tools for feedback, that is paraphrasing, rephrasing, summarizing, and we will see the utility of these in counseling skills for law professionals. Thank you.